Greetings Earth Angel, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, I'm Alasia. I wanted to share something that's really close to my heart, and it is my love of learning and still learning 12 languages. If this is something that you are interested in, you had voted on my Instagram, which follow me there. You guys voted to see and know what resources, what pages, what apps I used to learn over the years, and I am sharing all the tea. So firstly, I really want to get into that this is not a video of telling you how perfect I am or how fluent I am or anything of the sort. If anything, I do believe that as a self-taught polyglot that I don't think I'll ever reach the level of fluency that is relative to natives, but I do try my best to be as understandable of the language and show as much respect as I can. I see languages as little portals into different worlds. I think one of the most poetic ways in which we exist and differentiate as human beings is that we all have this language in which we speak to the ones closest to us. Let me take you through how these 12 languages came into my life, the reasons why I'm learning them, and the reasons why I thought to learn them. If you've ever dreamed of learning a language or 12, I hope this video inspires you. So for me, Japanese has always been a humbling experience. I would say it has taught me patience. It has really taught me how to focus on my inner zen, that it's okay to mess up. It's gonna sound weird how much I use my tongue. A lot of the pronunciation allows you to rest your tongue. It's such a soothing language to speak in. I would recommend Tofugu for understanding grammar and a little mix of the culture as well. Japanese Pod 101 for listening practices. Kijonji Hanguli Nimira. Korean at first was like a puzzle. Hangul is always so beautifully spoken. Once you understand the logics, let's talk about it. If you do know me, you know how much I love K-pop. All I know is I was very much around for the BTS debut. Army! Duolingo was my friend. This is not a sponsored video, but you can sponsor me. Okay. I remember just having a blast learning Korean because I had the music, influencers, YouTubers that I would watch made studying and practicing and learning the language so much easier. Chinese, I don't know if this would be disrespectful, but it is such a song to me. I really just have so much joy filled within me when I speak Chinese. It challenges me. Simple sentence, mispronounce a lot of the accented vowels or characters. For resources that has helped me throughout the way is Hello Chinese and Yo-Yo Chinese. Hello Chinese is real good for beginners. I believe there's downloadables on there you could use on your iPhone, iPad, computers, whatever devices that you have. It's pretty accessible and it's also free. Free. Yo-Yo Chinese is good to practice speaking naturally. A very big thing for Asian languages. 9 times out of 10, it's better to visit these countries and have these one-on-one conversation with a native or a local. I would say like immersing yourself as best as possible in the culture really does help. Esto es español. I learned Spanish in high school. I'm from Jamaica, so we have Caribbean and neighboring islands that do speak Spanish. I believe we do have in our education system to learn Spanish and French. Some schools do accommodate for Spanish, some accommodate for French. So I learned Spanish in high school. I was really good at Spanish in high school, but I don't know, somewhere along the way, my brain really did just dump it in the trash. It was never to be seen again. Only thing I could remember was Español, libre, escuela, chico, chica, the mundanes. I could hardly formulate a sentence. I wouldn't know how to say quiero mejorar mi español cada día. Spanish kind of feels like home, or at least it feels like a safe space for me. In my opinion, resources that have helped me is Spanish Dict and also Duolingo Spanish. le français. I really love French, and I had no idea that I loved French until I was living in Canada. I really did not know that French was so poetic and filled with so much love. It's actually quite gentle. When French speaking people are not angry, I would meet people and I would hear their accent and it just sounds so eloquent. I was like, you know what, let me just add something to the cart. I am a basic Betty when it came to French. I really did not use many other resources other than Duolingo French, Lawless French. Another thing that really helped me with French or with learning French was like Slave and Learn French on YouTube. Das ist Deutsch. To be fair, I really do not study much German. I do know basic German. I would consider myself a little conversational, and I do know some curse words. Reasoning for learning German, my first boss, love you Nicole, she spoke German. I really wanted to show her that I cared about her culture, so I started learning. For me, it was like saying I see you. It has amazing free resources. Link you. I think I'm saying that right. It makes learning with real life content so enjoyable. It's almost like you're talking to someone. I believe Duolingo has this feature. Listen, this is not a sponsored video. Hiki Niki wa Swahili. So, funny story. I remember my mom being like, aren't you gonna learn any kind of African language? Like, why are you learning all these other languages? You're not learning your mother tongue. I was like, damn, you're right. I really sat with myself and I looked through all the languages, which one stood out to me. Funny enough, at that time my daughter was watching this Swahili cartoon. What is it called? Tinga. She really loved it. It had this main character of this little girl and all these talking animals, and they're all from Swahili. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna learn this language and I'm also gonna teach my daughter, and she's picking up on these words too. My daughter was full on speaking Swahili more than I am. It just sounded beautiful to me. Resources or website that I've used to learn Swahili is BBC Swahili for like real world exposure. Mango Languages is also a very good structured website for vocabulary and with lessons. TSC Ukrainian. This is most definitely the hardest language for me. The most difficulty with pronunciation. Just everything. It has this lyrical aspect to it. Perhaps this is my personal experience, but every single word just feels like I'm so filled with anger, or I'm just very expressive in an aggressive way. It was one of the languages that I've felt underneath badass languages, where I just felt so strong, assertive, and if I need you to listen, I'm speaking Ukrainian. Websites that have helped me is the Ukrainian podcast. It's been such a beautiful tool for me, and also Duolingo. Eto Roski. You remember I said like badass languages? Russian has challenged me so much. Perhaps even with the simplest sentence as saying this is Russian was difficult for me. Grammar, it's tough, but it really opened the door to some very incredible literature. You see Crime and Punishment, that's Russian literature. The Idiot, War and Peace, Dead Soul, The Overcoat, Russian literature. I could go on and on and on. As a true crime junkie, as a thriller junkie, Russian literature is just something that I've just fully immerse myself into, which goes so hand in hand with learning. And this really just goes back to what I said. It makes it such an enjoyable experience with finding something that you already love and just applying language to it. If you love listening to music, listen to some Korean music. There's always a category. Resources that I've used for learning Russian. Master Russian is really good for like grammar. I want to say it's good for vocabulary too, like learning basic words. RT Russian lessons have also really helped me with just practicing and studying. It's almost like Quizlet. Yeah, Hindi hai. While this is not really related to it, but in some way I have tied my interest to it. I don't know. For those who don't know, I grew up Muslim. A lot of my belief system has been symbolic to Buddhism. Over the years, it has really trickled down and flowed into that kind of stream. Learning Hindi, it just felt like it was always along the way for me. I really just fell in love with the storytelling, the people, and how they have evolved and how they are still evolving right now. Specific depth to every single word that you learn in Hindi. It just fills with so much wisdom, so much love, so much empathy, and I really keep that language so close and dear to my heart. For recommendations for resources to learn Hindi online, Hindi Pod 101 has really helped me with learning vocabulary and grammar. Tamil is Indian language as well. It's an ancient language. It has really been a grounding experience. I'm always so interested in dying languages and feeling the need to kind of keep it going. I really just gravitated to Tamil. I kind of wish that when I was in university I studied linguistic courses, I should say. Resources that I've used to learn and study Tamil is Tamil Virtual Academy. It has been very, very helpful for me. It just makes it easier to practice everything step by step. Learn Tamil online. Questo es italiano. It really just feels like a very dramatic language. There's so much beauty within Italian. Yeah, every sentence just feels like art. Resources that have helped me along the way is Italian Pod 101. Yes, I love those pods, and you can find these on YouTube, by the way. I really love watching Italian YouTubers. I'll have some on the screen, and BBC Italian has also been a beautiful place to start. I hope I have been as informative as possible. I'm sorry if a lot of my resources are so basic. It might not feel like a lot with you just maybe mispronouncing words and having difficulty finding time to study. I would say truly set up a system in which you can immerse yourself in the language every single day. This video is truly not about me being fluent or not messing up along the way, because I really do. If anything, I really need to step my studying game up. Maybe 3 out of all of them, I would say I have a level of fluency. It really just comes with time. I have been studying these for like years. Some days I practice a lot, some days I don't practice at all, and it's okay. It's okay even for you too. Don't forget to be gentle with yourself. Allow yourself to not be perfect every day. I know it's hard even for me. I'm a Capricorn. I really do apply a level of perfectionist to every single thing I do. I really do just inject that into my daily stream. As I grow and as I evolve as a person, I really do let go of that need, that sword I always carry with me. So thank you for sharing space with me today. Just let me know what languages you're learning or what languages you are dreaming of learning. Sending you so much love and so much kindness. See you in my next video. Mwah.